Nope, forgot it again. Damn.
Wow, you're having major dysfunction.
Dude, I was about to fall asleep I was falling asleep when
And I nicely reminded you that we needed to do this.
Yeah. Well, no.
Whoops.
At like 9 when you're like, let's just play Rocket League instead. I had been napping for 20 minutes.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, I had 2 timers set, one for 9 o'clock and one for 9:20.
It's always a bad strategy when you have timers set for the nighttime. Oh gosh.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right, you're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew, and over there's Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us at namely90s.com or on Instagram and Bluesky at namely90s with the 90s. You can also find the show on YouTube every Monday at youtube.com/@namely90s. And if you'd like to send us to Vegas, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/namely90s. Also the 90s, and get signed up for a support level. Vegas. I just realized when I did that, I said you can find us online at. I just said you can find us at.
Yeah.
And that made me have a problem.
I know. I was like, you've done it so well for almost 300 episodes at this point. And
yeah, I really have had that nailed down pretty good. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I do it every time, but
also something weird about your audio. I hope it's not in your bass recording.
It looks relatively consistent on my Audacity.
It's more like lost packets or something.
I had some packets for you.
Probably on this end.
Well, I mean, obviously you'll get my audio and it'll be fine.
Yeah, probably. But
audio.
If not, audience, I stated that at this point in the recording.
Indubitably. Let's see what's new. Oh, right.
Yes, right.
Oh, right. Let me make some awkward gestures. No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Because I would be burned at the stake for doing that. But if you're on the national stage, it's fine.
There's a range between here and here.
Down here is like, this is like patting a child on the head down here.
Yeah.
This is like reaching for the top shelf.
Yeah.
And there's the no zone somewhere. There's 2 arms here, just like right about here.
Yeah.
This is the Roman salute window.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just doing Roman salute window.
Oh, guys, stick to the 90s stuff. This podcast is too woke. Have you ever listened to this podcast?
Yeah. Welcome back.
And also, all podcasts are woke except for the several that aren't. You know what I mean? Like, most of them are. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a few.
Depends on your audio quality. And then, there's one I can think of.
These podcasts here that are woke, and then there's these ones over here, which is my right. My right. That is not.
Yes.
Anyway. We are closing down the DEI department here at Namely 90s.
Which means I'm going to be fired.
Brandon is
or at least half of me.
I feel like other white men didn't have a fair chance to take your spot. Oh, God, what a time to be alive.
I know. And it's been less than a week for the listener. If you're listening on day one, it's been a week. It's only been a week. Feels like it's been a century.
We should try to get Namely 90s to be like the official podcast of the repatriation flight, so they have something to listen to.
I mean, we do have enough hours.
Yeah. Honestly, they could use it as torture.
And for those of you wishing to escape the horrors of reality, that's in like 6 minutes when we talk about something from the 90s.
Oh, hey, Ichiro Suzuki, which didn't start in the 90s in the Mariners organization, but Ichiro Suzuki has been elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame almost
Nice.
unanimously. He missed one vote. That's like that thing where, you're reading the reviews on Amazon. It's a 4.9. That one person's like, it literally started on fire, or they just don't like. If you're the one person writing a bad review or voting no, you're the person who's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If 400 people are saying yes and you're saying no, you're a jackass.
But at the same time, like on Yelp, you don't trust those 5-star reviews. You don't trust the like 100% 5-star. It needs to be like 4.2. Like,
yeah. Well, it's like either I'm getting the best appliance I've ever had, or I'm getting a This Is Us appliance that's going to kill my whole family in a tragic fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of weird reviews, for the holidays, I was gifted a gift card to like a fancy batting glove website.
I'll be right back. I'm going down. I'll be right back. Going into the basement.
And visual gag for those of you watching at youtube.com/namely90s.
I'm back.
And I was like looking at the reviews for these batting gloves, and they're all like 5-star reviews, but all the reviews said, bought this for my daughter, or bought this for my son for Christmas, bought this for my grandson for their birthday. They love it. It's like that's not a helpful
the review
review.
is I bought it for someone and they liked that I bought it for them. It has nothing to do with the product. It's like, oh, this batting glove is really great because I can take one swing and then immediately re-Velcro and un-Velcro them 17 times, and then spit on the ground and then swing my bat and then like Velcro and un-Velcro them 17 more times.
Exactly. Hands don't hurt after using them. That would be a good standard review.
Also good for getting away with crime.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Can recommend for strangling. What else? This show is ending in May.
It is.
So
if not sooner, if the Gestapo doesn't find a way to find us first.
So we're going to cover some fun topics that we just want to cover. I think I'm going to cover The Pretender because we've talked about that a lot, but I've never actually covered it.
Oh yeah,
Great show.
We did I think the first season of Christmas episodes, or the first. I
don't think we watched one.
We did.
We
watched an episode of The Pretender. Jared was like he worked in a morgue. He worked in a.
Yeah. You're right. It is apparently now on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
so
nice.
Thank goodness, because I need to rewatch that show.
Why aren't they rebooting The Pretender?
Why are they, or why aren't they?
Why aren't they?
I was reading about this, and I feel like it's just kind of like the type of show that wouldn't happen today. It's kind of like Quantum Leap, where it's like every week is like a different adventure. People are like, with modern surveillance technology, he could never get away with this. And I'm like, yeah, he could. Let's redo it.
Oh yeah. 12 Days of Christmas Specials, second year, I apologize, 2021, day 9, featuring Nikki from Serial Napper.
I'm curious because I don't like anything. And the Venn diagram of what I like and what you like does not have much overlap.
No.
But I'm curious now about that. If I just like the nostalgia or if it was truly a good show. And I feel like I'd have to make you watch like a few episodes to be an unbiased judge of that.
Yes, make me watch a few episodes.
Well, I've rewatched it several times, but I just can't figure out if it's good or not.
No, really? Yeah. You've rewatched The Pretender?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that about you.
I think there's like a lot of underlying mystery to it, and it just kind of like an interesting story arc.
It was that era of like post X-Files mythos arc.
Yeah, it's like the monster of the week, but then there's kind of the underlying mythology arc.
Yeah.
But his never like they were always connected. They were never just story of the week shows. There was always something in the underlying ethos because there was that one broad woman, Andrea Parker. Sorry, the Republicans have the Republicans have gotten into my brain. There was that one woman, Andrea Parker, who plays Mrs. Parker, and she's kind of cool. So anyway.
Isn't she like? Doesn't he have like a sister that he tries to bang or something?
I don't know. Sorry, I was trying to be. I was doing my best Joe Rogan impression there.
Yeah,
God, I hate that guy.
It's like it's odd how as the week has evolved, how we've devolved as human beings.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean, you can just take away basic fundamental human rights with the stroke of a pen, and it just sends us all back into the Stone Age. I guess we should do better, though, huh?
Yeah. So speaking of things that you like, I don't like, or don't like as much, you're a big medical drama guy, and you really love House, correct?
Well,
or you did back in the day.
I do like House. A couple gripes. One is like there's only one episode ever where they give someone chest compressions. Otherwise, when someone's in cardiac arrest, they just continuously shock them, even if they don't have a shockable rhythm. I'm like, how are the drugs getting through their body if their heart's not beating? I just don't understand. Also, the writing got a little bit like people don't talk like this in real life, and it got a little bit heady at times, and it was not amazing. But overall, yes, I find it to be a great show. Hugh Laurie is brilliant in that show as well.
Okay, I only bring this up because for this season, I got a Crunchyroll subscription like 2 years ago to watch one show, and now it's like my most used streaming service. And this season in anime, there is a new show called Ameku MD Doctor Detective, and basically it's House if he was a woman. And
Japanese,
yes, that too, and anime. But there's like a Wilson type that she picks on, and I watched the first 2 episodes. The dub's available on Crunchyroll right now, or at least for the first 2 episodes. And I was like, okay, I could get into this. It did remind me of early House.
Is she also addicted to Vicodin?
They haven't got to that part yet, but she is. She lives at the hospital or something.
Well, it's Japan. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure there's different rules, but like
also everyone has healthcare. That's the most unrealistic part about it.
That's true. The first 2 episodes revolve around a Yakuza member that clearly had his leg bitten off by some giant animal, and his blood was blue.
They're trying to figure out like what happened to the CEO of a healthcare company. They're like doing an autopsy, and oh boy.
And there's a weird mustachioed man in the background.
But I feel like it would be something like Horatio Caine being like, looks like the cause of death was capitalism, with the glasses.
Yeah, pretty much. And not to spoil it for anyone who actually wants to go watch this, but they also work in Jurassic Park, and not literally. She's like,
they just have no shame about ripping off other intellectual property, just absolutely blatantly, do they?
Pretty much. Well, no. So they didn't rip off Jurassic Park. They referenced Jurassic Park because they were trying to go to a museum with a T-Rex fossil, and they were like, "Oh, Jurassic Park this, Jurassic Park that," and it turns out that that's what bit off his leg.
I think we've done it. We've actually maybe exceeded 10 minutes. Sorry. I think I talked too much.
No.
Anyway, now let's go to 23 minutes of Brandon talking.
Yay. Yeah, we're going to do a reboot today because I honestly was back readers. Yes. So something that came out today or last week is Section 31, Star Trek Section 31 on Paramount Plus. Which you know what, I'll just let the trailers speak for themselves, but we're gonna start with
thank goodness it's trailers. I thought this was a deep dive.
Oh no.
I was gearing up. I got the readers out. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, we've done
they're not readers, they're for a distance, but whatever.
That's hilarious. We've done enough episodes on Star Trek, and I've talked about my love of the TNG era and all that. So and I just remembered that my audition likes to stop when I share video, so hopefully this
share that
works.
video.
3, 2, 1.
I'm yawning. That's really good radio /
Absolutely.
not radio. Referencing podcasts as radio is really good radio as well.
Which is something you've done for 5 years.
I know.
Are you ready for this?
It's an ad. It's stolen from Adam Carolla. I can't help myself.
Do.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
The Klingon Empire has 50 years of life left to it.
To offer Klingons a
That guy
safe
needs to put
haven
some on
within
his
Federation
T-zone.
space is suicide.
Wow, this is a 2.5 minute trailer.
You, Captain Kirk, are to be our first olive branch.
It's like a Pink Floyd song of trailers.
The galaxy.
Oh, I thought the new trailer was long. Oh, why?
That's what she said.
The crossroads.
This is the Starship Enterprise.
Wow, that looks realistic.
We've been ordered to escort you to your meeting on Earth.
What's the advantage of having like a small ball at the front of the ship and like a long tube to go up to it?
I mean, it's Klingon design. Who knows?
It seems like structurally not
On the
integral.
verge of peace.
Well, they're spaceships.
The
They don't need to be.
Undiscovered Country. The future.
Or starships.
On
Until
the
someone
brink
just
of
shoots the
war.
tube once and
We
you
come in
disconnect the
peace,
bridge from the
and
entire
you
ship.
blatantly
Sure.
defy like we
But they have
haven't fired.
shields.
According to our databanks we have.
I shall blow you out of the stars.
Now, the crew of the
that
Starship Enterprise.
Liam
Will
Neeson.
not be the instigators
Nope.
of full-scale
But you
war
can keep
on the
guessing.
eve of
You're
universal
close.
peace.
They're coming about.
Battle station.
Same
Fights
accent.
not to
That was
win
Kim
battles,
Cattrall.
Well, no, I obviously Kim Cattrall.
Signal our surrender.
Captain?
We surrender.
but to end them forever.
I mean, Christopher Lloyd was a Klingon in Star Trek
Would
3,
consider an
2.
attempt to rescue
3.
them an act of war.
There will never
Oh,
be
she's
a better
cute.
time.
This is Captain Sulu, USS Excelsior.
Hello.
Stand ready to assist you.
Is it a DEI hire? I'm sorry, I'm unclear. Thanks, Donald Trump.
It was meant
yeah.
to be.
Technically, he was originally cast to be an Asian in space.
You cannot take much more of this. Cry havoc! To you! And let's slip the dogs of war.
Why is this dude always spinning around?
He doesn't love spinning around in a chair.
You
Star
spin
Trek
me
6,
right. I mean, I figure if
The
I was a villain and I had a
Undiscovered
chair to
Country.
spin it, I'd spin it a lot. Wait, was that LaFontaine doing the voiceover?
I do not know. It kind of sounded like it, but it was
Yeah, it did.
1991-ish. So
No, he was doing it in the 90s. A lot. What's the guy's name? Last name's LaFontaine. Don.
Dawn.
In a World guy.
In a world. I'm gonna have so much fun chopping this back together.
Oh, because I
so-
talked over it.
No, because my audition keeps stopping every time I.
I'm
play
glad
a
I'm not the only
trailer.
person who has like stupid technology problems. Like my camera changes the exposure when I open different apps on my computer.
So that was Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country. That was the 6th and technically final of the original series full cast movies. Do you want me to go over this after this next trailer? No, let's do it now. It was 1991 American science fiction fantasy film directed by Nicholas Meyer, who directed the second film, Wrath of Khan. It's based on the original Star Trek series and it takes place after the events of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, which was probably the worst of the 6 original series films. It features an entire main cast of, the plot is the destruction of the Klingon moon Praxis leads to the Klingon Empire to pursue peace with their longtime adversaries, the Federation. The crew of the Federation starship USS Enterprise must race against unseen conspirators with a militaristic agenda. Essentially, Kirk gets framed for blowing up the Klingon Chancellor.
Sorry, people with a militaristic agenda.
Yes.
I'm sensing some parallels here.
Yes. So let's see. It was released on December 6th, 1991 and had some positive reviews. It earned 96 million worldwide and 2 Oscar nominations for Best Makeup and Best Sound Effects.
I thought JD Vance was getting the Oscar for Best Makeup.
Yeah, he's glam. Let's see. It also starred aside from the original series cast.
Some people.
Yeah, Kim Cattrall as a new helmsman Valeris. She actually was supposed to be Saavik, but they changed the character halfway through. Saavik was a character from Star Trek 2 and 3.
I thought you said Slavic, so I thought you were referencing. Like,
no, I mean Kim Cattrall could do a Slavic accent. Let's see. She is actually a Romulan spy or something. I don't remember. Or a Vulcan spy. Christopher Plummer was Chang, the Klingon that you were. That sounded like Liam Neeson.
Oh, okay.
Christopher Plummer being famous actor
Isn't he the old guy? Wasn't he in Knives Out?
Yes, I believe he was.
He played the sort of patriarch, I think, on that.
Also best known for being Captain George von Trapp in The Sound of Music.
Oh, a Nazi?
No,
that was the opposite of the Nazis. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nazis on the brain. What with them parading around the White House right now?
Clearly. Let's see. And then
the White House, shocking. No,
Kurtwood Smith was the Federation president and all that.
Dumbass.
Let's see. And then Michael Dorn, who played Worf in The Next Generation, was also a Klingon because it was going on at the same time.
He plays like a pier that goes along the water.
Yes.
Worf.
The ancestor of.
But
yeah.
Why do we never have a rim shot sound effect, by the way?
We
rim
do.
Shot. I said.
But
you should just have a button you can press anyway.
Yes, because I never got my soundboard, and you never had a. Does your soundboard do that? Or does your
no, it's not
mixer
that kind of.
that?
I don't have like buttons I can press. I do want that.
I kind of do.
Now that we're wrapping, maybe it can be part of the new show.
Yeah, I am actually looking into one of those Roadcasters. But let's see. My favorite part from this movie is the Christopher Plummer character Chang. Offensive, by the way. Keeps quoting Shakespeare the whole time, and he's like, "You should hear Hamlet in the original Klingon language," and he claims Shakespeare is Klingon. Andrew gives an eye roll, but I thought it was funny.
Actually, this movie is based on Shakespeare work.
Yes. 12th Night. We all know Andrew hates when people say it's based on Shakespeare. All right. And then we're going to watch the trailer for Star Trek Section 31.
I have a feeling here. I just have a general vibe of where this is going to go.
Yeah. All right.
Here's a customer hoping for a word with you.
Bring him. What are you doing in my space station?
I'm giving you a chance to get back in on the action on a galactic scale.
A Jeffrey Wright
What a
type.
cute idea.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
The
Couldn't
only
think of
way
the name.
this works is if I know exactly what I'm dealing with.
We're facing a threat unlike anything Starfleet's ever seen.
Billions of lives are at stake.
A Michelle Yeoh type.
Gather your people.
It is Michelle
We're gonna
Yeoh.
need every
Yes,
one
it
of
is.
them.
I read the notes.
31 is a Black Ops division. Spy work.
It's just a place for people to bend the rules.
Starfleet is here to make sure no one commits murder.
Is that
Whatever you believed your mission was.
No.
It's
I
worse
think
than
she's
you.
relatively.
It looks like the
unknown.
girl in the later seasons of House. I forget her name.
Oh, no.
How do we stop it?
Work
Amber
together.
Tamblyn. That's what I was thinking. It looked like.
Oh.
Then don't get dead.
You mean David Cross's wife?
You ready? Let's get messy.
Let's get messy.
You don't answer her questions directly, she will punch you in your face.
What? You said that she was going to be doing the face punching.
And lied.
Wow.
You have
This
no
is
idea what you
humor.
started.
This is gonna
be bad.
5, 4.
Did he just say this is going to be bad?
1.
We survived.
Why would you put that in the trailer?
That seems like it could really be taken out of context.
Self-fulfilling
Just
prophecy.
at the very end of the commercial, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think Michelle Yeoh has enough star power to be the only person I've ever heard of in that show. Right?
I think that was the point.
It's no. You got to stop doing that.
Fair. So it's not a show; it's a single movie on Paramount Plus.
Well, okay, sorry, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
throw in like I don't know, Bruce Campbell. I would throw in somebody kind of an '80s B-list, C-list celebrity to give it a little bit more credibility, I guess.
I mean, we had. I'm looking through the names here.
Yeah, those
Jamie
are
Lee
just the
Curtis
names.
appears.
Those are the names of ordinary people, just so you know. Like,
yeah,
every name that I'm reading are just people that exist.
I think Omari Hardwick is in.
Also, Humberly is a very interesting name.
Let's see. Okay, so spoilers. I won't tell you what role she has, but Jamie Lee Curtis appears as someone.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's love interest.
I think. Yes. This is a Cyberdyne operation.
Yeah. The new one does not look good.
Yeah. So let's see. This is a 2025 Star Trek Sector 31 is a 2025 American science fiction television film directed by Olatunji Usunsanmi. I'm so sorry. Like the moment I started that, I was like, nope, can't do it.
Olatunde Asansanmi. Sure.
So much better than me. So this is a spin-off from Star Trek Disco, which was not a great series. It's set between the lost era of the original series and the next generation. It follows Emperor Felipe Giorgio, Mirror Universe Giorgio, as she works for Section 31, a secret division of Starfleet tasked with protecting the Federation of Planets. They're known for being the evil, underhanded side of Starfleet.
So they're the CIA.
Essentially, but more secretive. Yeah. That's all. That's all that they give you for the plot. Also in the cast is Casey Roll as Rachel Garrett, who is the future captain of the USS Enterprise C.
Just wait till Pete Hegseth takes the helm there and doesn't allow women to become captains.
Exactly.
But first he'll beat them.
Yes. And
sorry, he did.
Disrespected by his mother.
I'm sorry. At this point, I just can't. I'm not even going to try not to say that stuff.
It's the week for it. So reception, Rotten Tomatoes, it's at 24% of 33 critic reviews, with an average of 4.5 out of 10. And let's see.
I'd rather throw myself out the airlock, honestly.
Daniel Cooper of Engadget called the film unwatchably bad. Well,
I think the thing about Star Trek is like the cheese is kind of what makes it.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't cheese. It's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Like almost actually looks okay. Like the visuals look okay, but
it's one of those things where you're like, they dragged Michelle Yeoh into this, Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh. Well, so to be fair, she was in Discovery, which was not great either. And it was she loved her character though, so they got her to sign on for either a series or a film or whatever. And this is what it eventually turned into. Unfortunately.
E.
And let's see. Whereas, let's see if I can find the Rotten Tomatoes for Undiscovered Country, if that will help you in your decision. Do you already have a decision? Have you made up your mind which one?
Yeah, I'd rather watch the older one.
Okay. Because of the reasons you just stated?
Indeed.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Andrew wants to watch The Undiscovered Country.
And let's be clear, I don't want to watch it, but if I had to choose, gun to head
on Paramount Plus.
First, you have to put a gun to my head to make me subscribe to that crap.
It has Frasier,
which is no longer. They're looking for a new network now. By the way,
are they? Oh no,
after 2 seasons.
I liked the second season. It wasn't the worst.
It wasn't the worst. Is that the barometer by which we're measuring TV shows now?
I mean, TV shows now, yeah. Oh geez. Yeah. The second season actually started to pop off. I'm not gonna lie. But without David Hyde Pierce, it's not the thing. Why would it's owned by okay. Shall we do a BuzzFeed quiz and call it a night?
Now let's go to Brandon for the name. Nope, we don't do that anymore. Let's go to a break. And now back from the break. And now back to the show. There you go. Have fun cutting that together.
Yeah. Okay, so would you rather do what Star Trek original series character are you, or which Star Trek alien is your soulmate?
I know the character is probably better than the aliens, so we'll go characters.
All right, let's go characters.
Is it the longest one? Oh no.
Is it probably? Oh no, it's just a lot of options.
Okay, I'm already angry at the first question.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The first question is angry.
There's 7 questions. The first question is, you could also find this in the description for the episode if you want to play along with us and tell us what you got by tagging us on social media, even though all of the authoritative regimes, state-funded media. No,
social
sorry.
Media, yeah.
Anyway, what part of this ship are you most likely to be found on? Engineering, recreation room, bridge, your quarters, transporter, or medical bay? Are you angry about the trans?
No, I'm angry because isn't each one of these just a specific character that we can all say who it is? But I'm choosing medical bay.
I mean, except for recreation room, I don't know who's going to be in the rec room. But yes, I would most likely be found in my engineering, I guess. Put me on the bridge.
What is your ideal vacation spot? Vulcan, Janus 6, the Shore Leaf planet, Janus, I don't know.
No, Janus.
Andoria, Remus, Earth, and I'll stay on the ship, thanks.
Ideal vacation spot, I guess the one with all the hallucinogens that make you see what you want to see, the Shore Leaf planet.
No, we just go to Earth, which is lame.
That makes sense though, because all of these are
I'm a homebody, you know?
Yeah. Which of these gadgets are you most likely to use? A tricorder, which is like their medical scanner, or Omni scanner. Phaser 1, which is a tiny little phaser thing. Communication device, teleporter, phaser 2, which is the full gun thing.
It's the assault phaser.
Yes. Or a teleporter or a replicator. Replicator makes food. It replicates food. Yeah. It remakes the atoms into something that you want to eat.
I'm going to teleporter.
Teleporter. It's not even called a teleporter. It's called a transporter. So
I'm tired
congratulations,
of commuting.
Author of this quiz. I honestly would want a phaser 2.
Okay. How much do you love tribbles? I love them. I want 12. I got into a fight over a tribble once. I lost. They're cute little things from far away. I'm utterly indifferent to them. Why are there so many options? I don't believe I've ever encountered one before. Sneaky little buggers get all over my equipment. That sounds sexual. Clenches fist. I hate tribbles. No punctuation other than the ... at the end. Are tribbles cats?
They're these small little puffballs. They're an animal that you can have as a pet, but if you feed them, they multiply.
By the way, they're doing a Gremlins 3.
They did a Gremlins series with Michelle Yeoh. No, with Ming-Na
Which, what's her name? Anyway, so how much do you love Tribbles? You don't strike me as a pet person.
Yeah, I'm utterly indifferent to them, I guess.
If they're like cats, then I love them and I want 12.
Yeah, I think you like them. What color would you wear on the original Enterprise? Red, blue, medical blue. just a photo.
No caption. Mustard, beige.
Yeah, that's command yellow, but that's I think that's Chekhov. Kirk's green wraparound.
Well, why is he wearing that? Is he going to go into the sauna?
I think it was the later seasons, he had like this weird like green wrap for as his captain thing.
Sure.
I don't know. It was weird. Or red, but a dress. I swear to God, I hit extend.
Or red, but a dress. Oh, you're not recording it.
Oh, right.
That was your last phrase.
Or red, but a dress.
Boy. I guess it's red, but a dress, but it is a picture of a person in a red dress.
Yeah.
Suit. Being realistic, I probably would wear medical blue.
Yeah.
Because that is a color that's in my repertoire, and it is kind of the Scrubs color.
True. Blue is my usual color too. I do like medical blue, but I would try the green wraparound thing. There's like a gold sash belt. But
I feel like your chest hair has to like kind of stick out. You like a gold chain.
Little Hasselhoffy.
You're kind of getting into like Japanese.
It's a kimono. It's just a straight kimono.
Which of these creatures are you most likely to fight? Giant space amoeba, the Gorn, the Horta, neural parasite, the Romulans, the Klingons, or Tribbles?
So the Gorn are giant lizard aliens. The Horta, I do not remember. Yes. Funny. I would fight the Gorn.
Sure. Giant space amoeba. Like, how does one cell get to be that size?
Right. That's the original series for you.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Your turn.
Which is ingrained in every millennial's mind somehow. Who is your favorite character? Captain Kirk, Spock, Bones, Scotty, Uhura, Sulu, or Chekhov? I don't understand how this will help us determine which character we are.
I think Scotty. Who doesn't like Scotty?
And if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a wagon. I like Bones the best. He's the doctor.
I hate this quiz.
Did you get a Uhura? Please say you got a
No. I chose the medical things, and guess what? I got Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy.
Oh, fun.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a quiz result. You're extremely smart and can be a little underappreciated. You have a friendly rivalry with the ship's first officer, but everyone knows that the two of you do care about each other. You seem to be a stoic person who keeps your feelings close to your chest, but you're really just one big old teddy bear. What ship am I on and who's the first officer? Like, this is just the character's bio.
Star Trek, the original series, would be the USS Enterprise.
No, I know, but my point is it's trying to say it about me.
Gotcha. That's hilarious. I got Captain James Tiberius Kirk. You're the captain himself. You're a responsible yet fun leader who carries the weight of the well-being of your crew on your shoulders. You tend to be hard on yourself, but you definitely know how to have fun. You're not afraid to bend the rules to get what you want, and you tend to rely on intuition rather than logic, as your good friend Spock would.
So you're an idiot?
Pretty much. But as his GIF is saying right now, that is the opinion of the individual.
Mine looks like he's got a shot glass full of emergency he's about to drink.
Are you sure that's not bourbon?
It looks like orange juice or apple cider, unfiltered.
Because I feel like there's an episode where he's just in sickbay drinking a glass of bourbon.
I would too. Shit, you're in the middle of the freaking space.
Yeah. Chief Medical Officer. All right. Well, any final thoughts on? All right. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. And we can find new episodes out every Monday. But it's on Instagram, Bluesky, and YouTube at Namely 90s with a 90s. And tell us what you want us to talk about in future episodes. If you'd like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Namely90s, also with a 90s. And finally, you can contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Audible, Enterprise, Pocket Cast, CastBox, iHeart, Good Pods, and wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm Brandon. That's Andrew. And we'll catch you next time.